Hey, how do you do? I'm iRuth399 and this is the GTA 5 chat show, and we're going to be revisiting the chat we had on cheats a while back. Now, if you haven't been subscribed to this channel for a while, this will be completely new to you, but if you have been and you saw the last discussion I had on cheats, you may know that I kind of wanted a lot of things that were in San Andreas, and I kind of thought the GTA 4's cheat system was a bit lackluster and not as good as it could have been. And, you know, GTA 5 should be a mix between the two. I kind of like the idea of the phone being used to kind of ring the number in, and you got the cheat there and what have you, but I just didn't think there were enough of them to warrant, you know, being great. I mean, the cheats in GTA 4 are adequate. You could use them. I mean, what was there? You could, you could spawn an NRG 900, a Sanchez, a couple of cars. You could get the Comet and the Super GT, you know, the supercars. You could get the APC tank and a couple other cars when you were in the Ballad of Gay Tony. You could spawn weapons and armor and whatever. You could reduce the cop level, and you could up the level of how many coppers were after you. There were quite a few cheats there, don't get me wrong, but in San Andreas you had more of a crazy system. You could you could have cars fly, you could turn cars invisible, you could turn all the pedestrians so they were all Elvis, you could, you know, get $250,000 at a click of a button, you could spawn practically any type of vehicle you like, for example a helicopter, a Hydra jet, you could spawn a Jetmax, which was a boat I believe, was it? There was one kind of little hovercraft thing, a quad bike you could do, a tractor, you could put NOS on cars, there was just loads of stuff, chaos mode where the pedestrians just went nuts. You could up the sex appeal of your character so that everywhere you went hookers followed you and what have you. There was a lot of fun shit in there, awesome stuff. It changed how you played the game, and it kind of, for me anyway, it increased the level of fun in the game entirely. If you wanted to have a save where you didn't do any cheats, that's fine, but if you wanted a save where you used cheats, you could change the game so much, because you wouldn't have to go ahead and buy, you wouldn't have to work for ages to go ahead and buy some, weapons. You wouldn't have to, save for years and years just to be able to rent a house in a different town. You could just do the money cheat, and there you are. It just changed how the game could be played, and I liked that. That's what I want in GTA 5. I want the cheats to be able to not only enhance my gameplay and make it more fun, but I want to be able to do stuff easier. I want it to make it easier. For example, I want to be able to have just every car available to me in the garage or whatever. No, you can't do garages. I want to be able to, let's say, if you were to do a repossession of a car, right? Which is possible, I believe Franklin is a guy that will go around repossessing fine cars. I'd like to think that his associate will be able to get you a car nice and easily. The car you've stolen could be brought to you no matter where you are. I'd like all of that to be accessible in 5 seconds time. Just type in the cheat code, there you go, you've done it, all of that's done. Let's say all the heists are going to be done, or certain heists or whatever, maybe even missions. You could go back and do certain missions with the different cheat code. I would like to be able to just do all the stuff that was in GTA 5, but change it so that it was relevant to what you do in GTA 5. If you were to say, let's have a think here, changing perhaps how the characters act. For example, if you are Michael, there are going to be some activities you can only do when you're Michael. If I input a cheat, I can now all of a sudden do it with all 3 people. If I, and again you can do it vice versa, so you can change it. I want a cheat that will be able to, or a set of cheats that will be able to change the colour of your car simply by spawning it and then spawning it a couple other times, so you can get a different layout of cars. I want a load of different paint jobs on that car, stuff that you won't get in the, without doing cheats, so that there is also an incentive to do cheats on that, right? I just think that it will be good to do that. There were brightness and darkness and time of day cheats in San Andreas. So if, for example, I was making a YouTube video, I could make it so that it's daylight all the time. I'd like that. I'd like that very much, because darkness, I don't like it. I really don't. But, you know, on top of all this changing stuff, I want to be able to undo that change as well. You know, I don't know how cheats are discovered or how they're put into the game. I know they're put there. I have no idea how they're discovered, unless, of course, you know, somebody from Rockstar says it. I don't know how people found out that if you press this, and this, you're going to get this. I don't know how that happened. I'd also like an everything cheat. Do you remember in Tony Hawk's Underground, an old skateboarding game? You could just do an everything cheat so that everything's been 100%ed. I'd like that straight out of the gate, just so you could do everything awesomely. I don't know, I've updated what I thought about cheats. You know, I've said I want it to kind of improve, but not only that, I want it to change how the game can be played. And I want to know your opinions, because obviously your opinions count. Go ahead, leave a comment if you'd like. I've been iRuth399. Go ahead, subscribe if you want to keep yourself up to date with all the GTA 5 stuff. I'm doing the very best I can. And yeah, have a good day, and I'll see you later.